Hello everyone, my name is Annalise Bressel and today I will be presenting on John Dewey. He was one of the most influential educational thinkers in American history. And John Dewey believed that education should not merely serve as preparation for future living, but rather be viewed as an integral and continuous part of life itself. An active process in which students learn through experiences, interaction, and reflection with their everyday environments. First, we will look at the biography of John Dewey and look at important background information that will be helpful to know. So, John Dewey was born on October 20th, 1859 in Burlington, Vermont, and he died on June 1st, 1952 in New York. He was an American philosopher and educator who was a co-founder of the philosophical movement known as pragmatism, a pioneer in functional psychology and innovative theorist in democracy, and a leader of the progressive movement in education in the United States. We will now go over John Dewey's educational philosophy, which entails pragmatism and experiential learning. John Dewey's philosophy of education was pragmatism and experiential learning. He argued that students learn best when they are actively engaged, when they learn by doing. Dewey believed education should be rooted in experience and real-life problem-solving. And for Dewey, schools should model democratic communities where students can think critically, work collaboratively, and solve real-world problems. We will now look at the three major ideas that define Dewey's philosophy and look at three examples of educational ideas. There are three major ideas that define Dewey's philosophy. The first is learning by doing. This is knowledge that develops through hands-on practical experiences, and examples of this could be a science experiment or a project-based learning and fieldwork. Second is the democratic classroom. Students should have a voice and share responsibility for their learning community. And third is the integrated curriculum. Subjects should connect naturally through themes and real-life applications. An example of this could be thematic or interdisciplinary units linking history, science, and art. We will now look at Dewey's impact and examples of his impact on education. Dewey's influence is visible throughout modern education. His work inspired the progressive education movement. His ideas inspired schools to emphasize creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking. He transformed teacher education programs to emphasize reflection and experiences. His work influenced inquiry-based learning, project-based learning, and constructivist teaching methods. Dewey's emphasis on reflection and experiences reshaped how teachers are trained worldwide. We will now look at the connection between Dewey's life and his ideas. Dewey's early life in Vermont and his teaching experiences convinced him that traditional learning withheld curiosity. He founded the University of Chicago Laboratory School, and that allowed him to test his theories of experiential learning in practice. We will now talk about what other critics say and what my personal critique is. Of course, not everyone agreed with Dewey. Some critics argued that his methods lacked structure and academic strictness, leading to potential gaps in knowledge. Personally, I believe Dewey's emphasis on experiential learning is vital because it encourages students to take ownership of their education and engage more deeply with the material. However, while this freedom fosters creativity and independence, teachers must also provide structure and clear learning objectives to maintain focus and ensure that all students, regardless of ability level, can achieve academic success and reach their full potential. In conclusion, John Dewey fundamentally refined what it means to educate by emphasizing that true learning occurs when students actively connect classroom experiences to real-life situations. His progressive philosophy encouraged teachers to move beyond instruction and instead create meaningful, hands-on learning opportunities that foster curiosity, critical thinking, and social responsibility. Dewey's ideas continue to influence how we learn, teach, and view the purpose of education. reminding us that schooling is not merely just preparation for life, but a vital part of living itself. Thank you for listening.